What's going on, YouTube? Thanks for tuning into the channel. It's your boy, Devin Coates, coming to you with day 16, 48 days with the 48 laws. Pick up your copy in the link in the description below. Over this Thanksgiving weekend, I'm really planning to fix my website, but get it done. You don't got to get it perfect. That's my motto. But let's jump into this. So, law number 16. Use absence to increase respect and honor. Judgment. Too much circulation makes the price go down. The more you're seen and heard from, the more common you appear. If you're already established in a group, temporary withdrawal from it will make you more talked about, even more admired. You must learn when to leave, create value through scarcity. So, there you have it. That is the judgment and the law. What this is really about is just how once you've kind of made your mark, taking a step back will increase a lot of your respect and your honor. And I won't really get too deep into the stories because I feel like this is just really easily set by examples you could probably see through life. So the first example and story that he does use is a story of, I guess, love of some sorts in back in like the 16 or 1700s. Basically it's just about, like, because it kind of gets deeper into the story. You can read the book, pick it up, copy in the link description below, deeper about the story. But I mean, anybody who's been in any type of romantic situation can kind of see that once things are kind of established, if you suffocate the person, especially, I mean, I only really know from coming from a guy's side, that shit will push a fucking girl all the way away. Generally taking steps back and letting them kind of come to you after you've kind of made your initial impression to get things started, that's generally a good play. And when you do take the step back, that's when they start thinking about you, and you don't want to become too common. Another place where this is very, very well seen is in economics. So I don't know how it is around the world, but I know around here, and I never had it because I don't really like fake pork, but the McRib at McDonald's. Now that shit does not come out. It's not out all the time. Same with the Shamrock Shake. That shit is not always available, but when it does become available, people go fucking ape shit. Everybody wants to get the McRib. It's like almost like a status symbol. Same with the Shamrock Shake. Every what's that called? The Leprechaun, St. Patrick's Day. So because they take it off of their menu for extended periods of time, when they bring it back, it has an increased amount of flair, respect, and it's not the same as, you know, just the McDouble, which is always on there. Nobody's getting hype about the McDouble, but people get hype about a McRib, and people get hype about the Shamrock Shake. You can see it with plenty of other things as well. So certain celebrities, for example, David Blaine, I've kind of been binge watching a lot of his magic because he kind of jumped back on the scene after a few years of hiatus. Everybody remembers David Blaine, but now when he's come back, it's had this added punch because, you know, where'd David Blaine go? Where has he been all this time? And he's getting millions of views on all of his magic, and it's like he never wore his stay out too long. So that's really what this has to do. The reversal is more of like the early game, whether it comes to economics, a celebrity, or kind of like relationships. Each one of those, like, if you didn't make that initial impression, if people aren't really like kind of caught in your web to begin with, then taking a step back, you're just going to be forgotten, especially in this day and age where you're bombarded with so much shit all the time, all the different YouTube videos, fucking ads, Facebook, email. It's probably it's more evident now more than ever because this was written kind of before a lot of that took off. I think it was written in 08, 09, somewhere around there. But one thing I did want to kind of touch on is that maybe it was even 2000, I don't know. But one thing I did want to touch on is, and I kind of stopped asking the questions, but I want to throw this one out there. I mean, do you guys kind of find that this is still as present all the time? Now, certain aspects, I do find it to be definitely in intimate relationships, but where I'm kind of going with, and is more on the economics front and the social media front for being a celebrity. Now, Dave Blink did take a step back, but I don't know if people were talking about him when he did take a step back. When he came back, it made it all the more merrier. Now, Dave Chappelle, on the other hand, I do think that step back really increases aura, even though it wasn't, I guess, all his idea. Like, it kind of happened through unhappy kind of events from his perspective. But I don't know, with social media, and I listen to a lot of Grant Cardone. He's all about like just kind of keep hitting people, keep staying on top of their mind, staying on top of their mind. And a lot of like social media and things that you do, a lot of the tactics you're taught is to constantly hit people, constantly be up there. Don't take that step back. So I don't know if this kind of has created a gray area. I mean, pretty much all these laws really stand the test of time. But that's one that, just kind of while I was reading, I was just thinking about it. A lot of the things that I'm taught on good practices on social media kind of being overwhelming in your presence is the tactic of the day and is kind of what people see as the smart move if you want to gain market share. So I don't know. It's kind of like an interesting, I guess, little dichotomy there, difference of thought. And I just want to, I guess, pass it to you. Do you think it still exists? I mean, now with the age of social media, people want to see your Snapchat, your vlog. They want to see inside your life. I guess a person, just talking about YouTube in general, we can see the difference in, I guess, Casey Neistat. I mean, it's not going to be a complete parallel because it seems like he's doing something completely different, but he was doing daily vlogs, and a couple days ago he posted a vlog that said, my blog is ending and I'm going to try to grow and do something else. So I guess we can see what happens with that to, I guess, gauge it. But I just wanted to hear your thoughts. I mean, do you think that this law is one that stands the test of time, or do you think it's kind of gained a little bit of pliability or malleability because of the digital age we live in and how our increased connectivity kind of has increased the demands of staying in front of the public eye? But one person I will say that does use this law, and he's probably one of my favorite artists of any genre in terms of music, painting, anything, not just in music, is Drake. And he is one person. I mean, he has a line in What I'm Thinking About. He goes, read the 48 Laws if you never read it, because that is one of the main reasons I'm level-headed. And he's the reason why I went back to this book. I heard that line and went back to this book, read the whole thing. But if you ever watch him, he does not have a lot of interviews out. Besides his last album that he's dropped, he does not. He goes on SNL. He's had a few interviews for this album, but if you look back, there is not like the way there's all these interviews for other people, and I'm talking about deep sit-down interviews. I think his is for another reason. He just really doesn't like the media, and he feels like they're very terrible. But he's always had like one big interview per album. It's not like a ton of interviews. There's not a ton of Drake interview content out there. And you can look in there and do your research. I mean, I follow that guy pretty heavily. But thanks for tuning in. Day 16, 48 Days with 48 Laws. Pick up your copy in the link in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Deep Coats. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.